Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the only Survivor podcast. My name's Jake Scheidel. Each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it going?
Jake, I'm doing all right. I gotta tell you, in the home selection process, there was a point where it was like, yeah, you know, house doesn't have central air. It's annoying, but like you can get by without it. Like I've got a window unit, and you know, we could get central air for it at some point. Like it's equipped for that. That doesn't really become real until it's like 90 degrees every day for a full week, and then you realize how much it sucks not having central air.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's rough out there. This is too early. It's too like I hate summer. And like for this exact reason, because most of summer is just like you're uncomfortable, and this is too much of this too early. I want to still be getting like 60-degree weather right now, or like low 70s.
Yeah, you are a known lover of sweater weather. They wrote that song about you.
I'm a spring and fall guy. What can I say?
Yeah. Which would you prefer more? Well, you seem to hate spring right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the spring that I signed up for, okay? So right now, not a fan. Maybe summer will be better. I'm a fall guy. You could call me a fall guy.
I have always and will always love summer. It's the best season. One, you don't have to go to school. How nice is that?
Yeah.
Two,
That's
you can
great.
go to the
really,
beach
that,
literally
you know
whenever
what?
you want.
That keeps paying dividends forever.
It truly does. It truly does. Three, you can go camping like any time you want because, again, you don't have to go to school. It's great. And also, it's so hot out, and that's nice. You get to wear sunglasses, so you automatically look cool. I'm just trying to get you ready for summer. I want you, by the end of this summer, to be a summer lover, Thomas.
Well,
that's my goal
Jake,
this summer.
I've got bad news for you. I'm like the couple in the I'll call today, I'll call now thing before the guy calls. Where, you know, my hair is all, like, it's all a bunch of, you know, it's all frizzy and dried out, and I'm sweating everywhere, and I'm wearing, like, a dirty-looking t-shirt. It's just rough, man. It's not a good way to live.
But what about boats? You can't go on a boat in the fall.
I'm not, okay. The
Unless
thing
you're,
with
like,
boats
fishing, I
is
guess.
that they either need to be small enough that I can't go anywhere but on, like, a river in them, or big enough that I don't really think about the fact that I am on a boat in open water.
What?
I don't like boats. And I can swim. The issue is not that I think that I'm going to drown. I just don't like a boat that I'm
Thomas can swim, all right?
Yeah,
Nobody's saying Thomas can't swim.
It's not like a thing where it's just like once you get out like in the middle of a lake or something like that on a pontoon boat, I'm just very conscious of the fact that I could fall off of it at any minute. I don't want to do that.
Do you hate open water?
Not a fan.
But water will help you decrease the heat of your body, which is another thing you hate in the summer.
Yeah, but you don't have to be in the middle of a lake to get in the water. Actually, okay. Jake, I would go so far as to say that most of the time that people use water to cool themselves off, they're usually not going any deeper than, let's say, 8 feet.
Okay, I don't actually know any 8 feet tall people, but whatever. I never go to Summer League. You know where they probably cool themselves off a lot in the water, Thomas?
You talking about on Survivor?
On Survivor, Marquesas. Thomas, did you watch Survivor Marquesas last night?
Jake, I managed to peel myself off of the chair I was sitting in to go get stuck to my couch to watch Survivor. So yes, I did.
Oh, good. Why were you stuck in your chair? Do you want to get into
hot.
That?
You know, the sweat.
It's so hot.
It's because of the sweat. I'm stuck to the back of it.
Mm-hmm. It is very hot here, too. Don't get me wrong. It's sweltering hot. Sweltering, do you think is a word that is used more often in the summer, probably?
Yeah, I don't think that there's any other time of year that you hear that.
You're not, like, in a cabin in the winter and be like, oh, you guys are going to love this sweltering fireplace.
Yeah. This fireplace is a real scorcher.
This week's episode was called The Underdogs. What do you think of that episode title?
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. This episode first aired on April 4, 2002. How old would you have been? April 4, 2002.
Well, I would have been 11 years old. April Fools, I would have been 10.
I would have been 11 years old. No April Fools, because that's right. My birthday was very
April
recently.
the 4th be with you.
Last week's episode received 20.54 million viewers, and those 20.54 million people saw Gabriel get voted out. Do you think the viewership increased or decreased?
I'm gonna say it decreased because I think any right-minded person would be annoyed that Gabriel got voted out. So yeah. I am gonna say an even 20 million.
It in fact got more. It got 22.17.
What is with these fluctuations?
Viewers.
How are they just like shedding and regaining a million people all the time?
Well, this was back in the early mid 2000s, when like Lost would take a week off and then come back for 2 weeks and then take 3 weeks off and then come back for a week. People thought it was like that kind of schedule, so they got confused and they weren't sure when it was on. Every week, baby, until 2020, thanks to COVID-19. Have you heard of it? COVID-19 million viewers.
I haven't really been reading the news. What's that?
Holy shit, Thomas, we got to talk about this. Okay.
Is that why everybody was yelling at me when I would try to go to the store? And they kept trying to make me put stuff on my face because I just didn't understand what was going on there.
Yeah, that was the reason.
That's why I got fired. Okay.
Over on the Rotu tribe, the original Rotu 4 have formed an alliance. Because there's
April
4 of them.
4th, the 4th month.
And the 4th season of Survivor. Holy shit.
It's a real number 23 type scenario.
Why are there 4 pairs of shoes in the trash? That's what Boston Rob says to Amber. John takes a shower in the nude and the waterfall. That's fun. Rob recognizes that the original Rotu will vote the other 3 of them out. He thinks that Vesepia, though, is distancing herself from him and Sean.
Probably smart, honestly.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Vesepia?
I think she's minding her own business. I think that's a good way to play. Playing
Honestly,
under the radar.
it is. Yeah. Over on the Meramu tribe, they go crab hunting again, and they're just a great tribe, having a good time, and they're eating well because they're a small tribe. I don't know. I really like this tribe every week.
Yeah, they seem like they're having a good time.
Yeah, that's always nice to see. And then we get into this reward challenge, and they do have to do a jungle relay race. A jungle relay race. Sure. They have to pick up the paddles and then break some coconuts and then unlock a canoe and to collect a flag. And it is sponsored by Sierra Mist. So, pretty good stuff.
I think maybe my favorite thing in the entire season thus far was the reveal of Sierra Mist as like this huge go-to. I was like, it had to have been brand new. Like, this is a very specific time and place because I remember when it came out and just being like, oh, they're trying to do Sprite, and being like, I guess I'll try it. And I was like, no, this isn't as good. I'm never going to get this again.
I liked it. I recall enjoying it.
I'm just imagining if you went to a restaurant and you asked, they said that they had Sprite, and you're like, do you have Sierra Mist? Do you have Sierra Mist instead?
Okay, here we go, Thomas. Sierra Mist is a lemon-lime flavored soft drink line originally introduced by PepsiCo in 1999. It was eventually made available in all United States markets by 2003. So, this was right around that time. The drink was rebranded as Mist Twist.
I remember when it got changed to Mist Twist, and it somehow tasted worse.
Did they change the recipe?
I feel like Sierra Mist tastes like flat Sprite.
Sierra Mist, I like it.
If it was
flat Sprite.
If it was there and Sprite was there, which one are you getting?
Well, which one's more flat?
They're the same.
Okay. I'll probably go for the Sprite.
Yeah.
Although, well, what kind of Sprite is it though?
They're regular. They're both regular.
Regular. Okay.
Because it wouldn't be fair if I was like LeBron's mix, because I'd take that over. Like,
obviously we're gonna pick LeBron's mix.
Bring it back, by the way.
Yeah,
you
LeBron.
You can make it like Devin Booker's mix or something. I don't care.
Well, I don't see why LeBron doesn't just do it. He's not busy right now.
That's true. He's got all the time in the world. Maybe you could do it as a promotion for Space Jam. I'm just giving out free ideas right here.
Oh, is that why? Okay, so Ariel and I watch a lot of Jeopardy, and there's that one dude who was really good a few years ago, but he had to stop playing so he could join that year's Tournament of Champions. Do you think that's what LeBron's doing? He dropped out of the playoffs to promote Space Jam?
Yes. I think that's exactly what LeBron's doing. He needs time to do media, like media hits.
Sierra Mist was reverted back to Sierra Mist in 2018. This is a bottle check. This is the new bottle check. It's aimed at competing with Sprite and 7-Up. Keurig Dr. Pepper. Did you know Keurig and Dr. Pepper are the same company?
The phrase Keurig Dr. Pepper together is making my brain hurt. I just got like a very bad taste in my mouth.
Okay. Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, 1981 to 2014. Keurig Green Mountain, 2014 to 2018. Now Keurig Dr. Pepper. Huh. The things you learn. Anyway,
just imagining some Dr. Pepper like slopping out of a Keurig machine. That's honestly, the Keurig brewing process is one of the most unappetizing looking things there is in existence. And you know what? The coffee, not much better.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I just go to my local Starbucks and get me a venti hot chai. I don't know.
It goes down great on a 90-degree day. One of the most psychotic things I can imagine is like walking around in the sun drinking a huge chai. Just love how it tastes.
Okay, let's talk about
I think it's
Sprite.
refreshing.
Let's talk about Sprite, Sierra Mist, and Soda Pop some more. Would you drink something like that? Like, do you drink a lot of soda pop in your everyday life?
Not that much. I primarily drink like Coke Zero, but I don't really drink that much of it.
I exclusively drink Coke with coffee.
I actually did. I bought it. The beginning of this weekend, I bought a 4-pack of Coke with coffee, and I have actually drank all of them.
It's good.
It's really good.
Would you drink like a soda pop though to like quench your thirst in this 100 degree heat, or would you just get a water now?
Probably just drink a water. I mean, maybe I'd drink if I want like a little fizz. I'd maybe drink like a mineral water.
Which
I'd
mineral,
drink like a Perrier or like a San Pellegrino. Or Topo Chico.
Oh, fancy. Mara Amu wins this challenge after Jeff calls it too early for Row 2. This was quite the situation.
Row 2 did everything it could to lose this, and then like still managed to blow it, like win, but then blow it spectacularly at the end. Like, I could not believe. I was so the minute that I saw that there was going to be a boat, I was like, somebody's not going to be able to row a canoe, because like that was the case with the challenge. Like, there's always somebody that has no idea what they're doing out there, and it requires cooperation. So it's fun for that reason.
I feel like I don't understand how people have such a hard time with canoes. It's like it's a little one movement.
Yeah. You have to be in sync with the other person. Like, that's the thing. It's a collaborative thing, and some people, they can't do that. They get too frustrated.
Well, that's their fault. Be better at canoeing, everybody.
Yeah.
Then Mira Amu has a picnic. It's good. There's a fuck ton of Sierra Mist. It looked like Jeff joined them on the picnic.
I mean, he had to get some of that Sierra Mist.
True. Don't want that to go to waste. Gina says that they're truly a family now. Hey, Sierra Mist, when you drink us, you're family.
Yeah. Now that we have the uniting bonding power of Sierra Mist, anything is possible. My family has never been closer.
Thanks, Sierra Mist. Over on the Row 2 tribe, John's actually happy they lost because all of that food was high gas food.
Yeah, this is not cope. This is definitely, he definitely was trying to lose. It wasn't just that he fucked up and he doesn't want to take any. He was like, oh, I didn't apologize to anyone about it because I'm being a leader.
Yeah.
That's a hallmark of great leadership, is never accepting any accountability. He's basically the Andrew Cuomo of this season.
Sure. Does Andrew Cuomo also cook a dish made of coconuts and seafood? 'Cause that's what John did.
There would be like, what's something Italian you would put in with that? I don't know.
Gabagool.
There'd be spaghetti in there.
It's actually pronounced spaghetti now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize to any of our Italian ex-listeners.
Sean is unconcerned with John's warning of crapping his pants and says, "What else you got out here but nature and opportunity?"
This was the line of the episode. It's like,
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what? It's right. You got all the time in the world. You might as well go for it. If you shit yourself, you're already miserable.
Yeah. Just go in the ocean. Cool off. Wash your pants.
Yeah.
You're fine.
It's all good.
It's all good.
You got nature's toilet right there.
Yeah. See, Thomas, you can't use nature's toilet in winter.
That's a great point.
One more point for summer. Over on Mara Amu, they're all sad that Gabe was voted out. That's nice. I love this tribe full of empaths. Thomas,
Jake, E3 is going on right now. And right before we started recording, I was watching the video game maker Square Enix. There's a series that they make. They did their little conference. There's a series that they make called Life is Strange. And the premise of this, it's kind of like a slice of life-y, like you like talk to people and characters. There's like an ongoing story thing. But the premise of the first one was that you like suddenly gain the power to like reverse time a little bit. And like eventually the point is just made of just like, well, you can't, some things are inevitable to happen and you're just going to cause more problems if you try to stop them. The first one's it's a good game. The second one, they did something a little different. It wasn't as popular, so they're doing the band thing now, where your second album people didn't like as much. So the third one is like, we're going back to basics, guys. It's going to sound exactly how you want it to sound. And so this time they're doing it, but instead, because they already did the time travel thing, now your character has a superpower of empathy. And it is the stupidest thing I have ever seen in a video. Like they said the phrase your character's like superpower of empathy like 10 times in the presentation for it. And I was just like, this is like if somebody had to make a sketch about like a certain type of like bad marketed video game where it's just like, oh, we don't have any ideas. I don't know. Feelings are your power.
I'll tell you who needs a superpower of empathy is Donald Trump, the president.
Yeah, the
He's still
damn
president,
Cheeto
right?
who's not in the White House.
Yeah,
the dotard himself. Remember that? Remember when that was the thing that people said?
I don't remember.
I think my favorite dumb thing that you would see from like boomers talking about it was when people would just call him rump.
That's funny.
That was just like a thing that people picked up, like how all women are into astrology now, and there's just like it just kind of happened.
Well, it is Gemini season, so don't forget that.
Yeah, I apologize to you're a Gemini, right?
My girlfriend's a Gemini, so
I apologize.
Thank you.
Also, gonna take this moment to thank the fans.
Thanks for listening, fans.
I'm sorry if I offended you by being flippant about astrology, which I know that you're all into.
I'm sorry if you were offended.
I'm a Leo, and I think Capricorn moon, I think, maybe? I don't remember.
Sure.
It's been too long since I've been on a first date where I had to download that app when someone asked me what time I was born. I'm trying to get back at it, okay? Next first date, I'll remember, and I'll tell you guys.
Thank you.
It's like, I'll download the app again. Yes, I have an account. Let me just look really quick. I delete it the second I'm not using it, but I'll download it again.
I was once talking to somebody at a party, and they were doing that, and they were like, what time were you born? And I was like, I don't know. Let me text my mom. And then my mom didn't get back to me until the next morning. The party was over. I didn't need that answer anymore, Mom.
I don't care. Like, it's not for me. This is someone else needed this critical information so that when I said that didn't sound like me, they would say, oh, yeah, but actually this is why it does.
I mean, they are convincing. Do you think Pascal is into astrology?
Hard to say. I don't feel like I have him totally pinned down.
Oh, don't you? Even though he's from your town in Georgia?
He's from Thomas, Georgia?
He's from Thomaston, Georgia.
Oh, look, I can't be there all the time, all right? It's just, it's too much, it's too much pressure. Everyone knows me there. I like a little anonymity. Yeah, I don't know, because I thought he was going to be, like, a little more, like, type A, like, he was going to be, like, classic, like, because he's a judge, and he brought, like, an American flag. I thought he was going to be a little more abrasive, but he's kind of a softie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to say yes. I think that Pascal is, I think that he's married, right?
I do not know.
I think he is.
I believe so? I don't know.
All right, if he has a spouse, I think that they're into astrology, and I think that he was like, I'm going to be supportive about this, and then turned out that he actually liked it.
I imagine he knew nothing about astrology, but Nalia introduced it to him, and he was like, oh, that's really interesting, and that's like all they've talked about since.
Yeah, he just got really jazzed about it.
That's why they have such a strong vibe now. Kathy does some breathing exercise, that's good. Kathy is nervous, though, about Nalia and Pascal's strong astrology bond.
Jake, just one more thing, since before we close the astrology book for good.
Impossible.
So Tinder's doing this thing called Vibes right now, where they.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, Tinder's doing this thing called Vibes right now.
Okay.
Because they're gunning to be the ultimate Vibes dating app, I'm assuming.
Sure.
But where they'll ask you like 3 or 4 questions that they have like 3 or 4 answers you can pick, and all of the answers are bad. There's not a good answer. But one of them was like, how do you feel? The first time they did it, was like, how do you feel about astrology? And the answers were either, like, it's great, what's your sign, or something like that. One that's like skeptical, but I'm open to it. And then the other one was like, I think it's a load of crap. And I picked the third one, knowing that on a dating app, that is like putting a loaded gun into my mouth. It's just like, all right, time to kill myself. But it's like, I can't. Well, there wasn't like a soft, just like, I'm indifferent. Like, you can't say you're indifferent. It has to be like, I'm thinking about it. It's like, no, I'm not open to it. I'm not.
You have to answer this
I guess I am kind of hostile to it because I keep talking about it in a very hostile way. But like, I think it's more just that like, I would prefer. I'm fine with people doing it. I just don't want anyone to ask me about it, and they don't give that as an option.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to be perceived. It's just another way that I have to be perceived, and no one wants that.
Well, Thomas, I've had good experience with the dating app Hinge. If you haven't used it, check it out.
No, Hinge is the best dating app. It's not close.
It's good. That's all I have to say about it. I'm just saying it's given my current experience, it's effective.
But they don't have the vibes that I crave.
Ooh, I do miss vibes on dating apps.
How will I match with someone who also?
Mean?
How will I match with someone who also will respond with a heart eyes emoji for their first message?
It's good. That's a good message to send. They're like, oh, cool, already fallen in love with. What's that Counting Crows song?
Accidentally in Love.
Thank you, from Shrek.
Yeah, I'm just looking for my Fiona. I'm just a Shrek looking for his Fiona.
Thomas, I'll tell you.
Shrek and Fiona are goals.
Mentioning Shrek in your dating app profile, not a bad idea. It has worked
honestly
for me in the past. I quoted Shrek's Onion speech, and an ex of mine thought that was very charming, and then we dated for, frankly, too long, if you ask my therapist, but you're not, so we'll just move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your therapist sign?
I don't even know.
All right, moving on.
What do you? It is important, but we know everybody's sign in your life.
Yeah.
What do you think Jeff Probst's sign is?
Oh gosh.
Probst. Sign.
I think Jeff is probably a. Sorry, I'm just googling what are the astrological signs. Gosh, I think he's definitely. I just need. Just give me like one. I need one detail about each one.
Thomas, I'll tell you. Here, let me tell you. I found his astro chart. So here it is. His sun is 12 degrees 4 inches Scorpio. His moon is 0 degrees 38. No, sorry. 12 degrees 4 feet Scorpio, 0 degrees 38 feet Libra, 23 degrees 40. What does this mean? I don't know what any of this means. His Mercury sextile North Node, orb 0. The moon was a crescent waning moon. So this is all about Jeff Probst. His Mercury conjunction Venus is orb 2. And he's a Scorpio. So,
interesting.
Does that sound right to you?
Well, let's see. Strengths: resourceful, brave, passionate, stubborn, a true friend. Weaknesses: distrusting. I don't know that I would say that about Jeff. Jealous, secretive, violent. What the fuck?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Scorpios are toxic. I think that's what this is saying. Scorpios like truth, facts, being right, longtime friends, teasing, a grand passion. Definitely grand passion part. Definitely Jeff.
I just found out.
Scorpio dislikes dishonesty.
Oh, he does hate
That's
that.
Jeff. Revealing
That's
secrets, wrong. Jeff loves that shit. Passive people, yeah. Scorpio born are passionate and assertive people. That's definitely Jeff. Scorpio is a great leader, always aware of the situation, and also features prominently in resourcefulness. Who fucking wrote this?
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff wrote. I'm sorry, excuse me. Jeff wrote this. Yeah.
Well, I'm here on Astro Charts.
Scorpio is a water sign and lives to experience and express emotions.
It's true. I found out by Astro Charts trending celebrity charts that I am of the same sign as Rihanna and Olivia Rodrigo, our favorite singer.
Oh yeah, I'm too old. Olivia Rodrigo. The name Olivia Rodrigo is like that frequency that. It's like, I guess it's the opposite of that, because there's the one that only, like, you have to be a certain age to be able to hear, and it's like a piercing sound, but it's the opposite. Where, like, I can't hear it, because I'm too old.
Yeah. If you're too old, it's Olivia Rodrigo time. That's her album. Over on the Road Tree Tribe, Rob questions Zoe if they have an alliance, and Zoe calls it a friendship, which is my favorite way of dissuading anybody's fears. So, no, we're just friends.
Yeah, we're not, it's not like an alliance. We're just like bros. We just like enjoy each other's company and it formed an eternal bond. Anyway, that doesn't mean that there's any allegiances there.
No. Rob then questions John about it and John admits it. And John promises Rob they won't get back with the old Row 2 to vote him out once they merge. Do you take John at his word with that?
No, absolutely not. No one should take John at his word about anything.
Oh. Do you think John's playing a good game?
No. He's playing a very bad... He honestly, it's funny that Rob dislikes him because he's doing the thing that Rob has done every season since then.
Rob then asks John if he's gay. Just out of nowhere. So, that's cool.
I did think it was cool that that John was just like, yes.
Yeah. So
good for him. He was like, I've been out for a while. Like, I'm not going to hide from anybody because of that. Good for you. I don't like John. Yeah. That I did like. I thought it was cool.
I like John more
it's that Irish
than
temper
I like
coming
Rob.
Out.
Oh, tell me about it.
Don't even get me started.
One time, listeners, let me tell you about Thomas's Irish temper.
Yeah. Sometimes I just get so steamed, man.
One time, we were walking to his house in the winter, his favorite season, and I was like, he was walking behind me, and I was like, what is he doing? And then I was like, Thomas, you're taking like millimeter steps. What's happening? And he had a gigantic chunk of ice that he was going to throw at me.
Yeah, I was going to kill
because of his
Jake.
Irish temper.
Yeah, because I was so mad about something. And I start seeing red, although they should say it, I start seeing green, because the temper's so Irish.
Yeah. John then considers throwing the challenge to get rid of Rob. Would be cool to do that, I think. I would like that.
Follow through on it, dude.
Yeah, why
Yet
not?
another reason not to like him.
So then at the immunity challenge, they have to collect ladder rungs through maze and build a ladder. Pretty good challenge. I thought this was fun.
Yeah, lots of good challenges. Like, honestly, like, every challenge has been good.
Yeah, classic Survivor, great at challenges.
Well, you know, I mean, it's natural that you do it for so many seasons. Like, you can't come up with new and novel ways. So, like, I understand them being like, look, we'll try and do a couple a year that are interesting. Otherwise, we already bought all of these obstacles.
Yeah, just do something with it.
We have all these puzzle pieces. We got to use them.
I like to imagine that each challenge now is like 4 pieces, and they just like swap them in and out between each challenge. I don't know if that makes sense, but I know what I mean, so that's what's important.
It's not our job. Yeah. Google is free, okay? It's not our job to explain our own inner thoughts to you.
Thank you.
In a way that is digestible.
It's not why people have podcasts. Row 2 tried to lose, but they still win. So that's fun. Also, I love to see that over Mera Amu, Gina and Kathy have a disagreement on throwing sand on the fire. Sure.
I gotta say, I agree with Gina that typically not helpful for starting a fire. Usually it's more effective at putting one out.
Yeah, but Kathy seemed pretty certain, so who are we to argue? Gina doesn't want to talk about the vote with Kathy, and Pascal and Nalia will not vote for each other. So what's gonna happen? Who did you think was going at this point?
I mean, I don't know. I kind of was like, it's probably not going to be Kathy, even though it should be, so it'll probably just be Gina.
Wow. Well, before we figure that out, we do have to talk about these wildlife shots. We had some crabs. And that was it this week. But we never got to the focus of last week's, which was goats. So, Thomas, let me tell you about some goats, all right? How many breeds of goat?
I would love nothing more.
How many breeds of goat do you think there are in the world?
I'm going to say at least 5.
There are over 300.
Oh, damn, okay. I way undershot
So you
that.
were right. You are.
It's closest without going over, though, so, you know.
No,
I didn't want to go too high.
You were. No, that's a really smart strategy. Male goats are called bucks or billies. Female goats are called nannies. If I ever had a goat, I'd name her Fran. Or Franny. Like the nanny, you know?
I'm going to name my goat Nani.
Oh, from the challenge.
And I would always say the goat's name like Kyle says it.
Nani? How does he say it?
Yeah.
Nani? That's good. They are considered the oldest domesticated animal, with records of them going back 10,000 years to Iran. At last count, there were... Ooh, Thomas, guess how many goats there were in the world last time they counted?
Probably like 1 billion.
Well, I wish I could give it to you, but it is closest without going over, and you did go over, because it's actually only 924 million.
Oh, damn.
You were so close.
We're working on it, okay? We're going to get to... Let me say this. I will not rest until we get to 1 billion goats.
The smallest goats weigh around 45 pounds, while the largest goats can weigh up to 300 pounds.
What's it? What would a 300-pound goat even look like? How big is this goat?
300 pounds.
7-foot tall goat?
Yeah, sometimes goats get really big. Get that mineral in them.
I might have to reconsider my opinion of goats.
Why?
And ever think of them as being scary. That's scary.
Despite the fact that they have horizontal pupils? That doesn't freak you out?
No, probably just the idea of a 300-pound goat.
Yeah, scary guys. They'll eat just about anything, including a tin can or a cardboard box, because they are curious. Like that, it's not that they're so hungry, they're just like, oh, I wonder what this would taste like.
Every time I see a goat eating trash, I'm just like, me AF.
Yeah. Before I was in a serious long-term relationship, I just had a picture of a goat eating trash on my Tinder profile, and I just said, me.
Yeah. Jake, I want to put a counter in for how many times you mentioned that you're in a serious relationship every episode. It's got to be at least like 3 times.
Well,
also, I want to take this opportunity to thank the fans. Really appreciate having you, the fans. We're in a serious long-term relationship with our fans.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Come back next week. We're going to do the same thing. My favorite fact about goats, they make really good cheese.
They do.
Goat cheese?
I remember not... It was one of those things where I heard about it as a kid, and I was like, ew, that's not cows. But then, like, when I finally tried it, I was like, what have I been... I've been missing this whole time.
Yeah. I had a glass of milk the other day, because I got some Oreos. I was like, ooh, Oreos and milk. And then I drank some of the milk, and I was like, why does this taste weird? Oh, because it's milk.
Yeah. Yeah, remember...
It's not a thing we drink anymore.
Yeah, remember how, like, both of us grew up just, like, drinking glasses of milk?
Yeah. Instead of water sometimes.
Yeah. Bizarre.
Just drink water. It's good.
Milk is great to, like, put in things.
Like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Or Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, or coffee
or
or
a
whatever.
Cheerios. Ooh, or a coffee. How's that Nespresso, Thomas? Did you have an Nespresso today?
Still great. Keurig, trash. Nespresso #1.
Okay, so over at Tribal Council, they love each other. Everybody loves this tribe. They don't want anyone to go. But in fact,
Jake, real quick, if Keurig wants to sponsor, like, I will say Keurig is good if they pay us money.
hey,
Just gonna put that out there.
Ball is in your court, guys. And it's actually Keurig Dr. Pepper now.
Yeah, pod's in your court. I just keep every time you say Keurig Dr. Pepper, I just think of putting like a Dr. Pepper pod into a Keurig and it just like pissing out Dr. Pepper, and it is an awful thought.
What isn't that what like SodaStream is though?
Yeah, but the difference is that SodaStream makes like a cool Star Trek noise.
Yeah.
It sounds like an airlock.
Sure. That's very cool. Keurig sounds like the machine's asshole is having diarrhea.
Yeah, it is just like squirting its doo-doo ass all into your cup. And you drink it, and it's not very good.
Drink up, Bucky. Yeah, it's bad. I don't like it. And also, it's harming the environment. And as the #1 destroyer of the environment, as a human person, I try to not do that. So I'm actually a good guy.
Yeah, and espresso pods are recyclable. It's no big deal, but, you know.
Oh, that's cool. So everybody votes out Gina. And that's sad. Were you sad to see Gina go?
I was bummed that anyone had to get voted out for this tribe.
Yeah.
It's a good group.
Yeah. As Jeff Probst says, sometimes families have to make hard decisions.
Yeah, sometimes you have to kill a member of your family.
So after this episode, any idea who's winning this whole thing?
I mean, the viewers, definitely. I think that we're all winners watching this season of Survivor. The fans, big winners.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're so grateful for them.
Yeah.
The girl reading this. And you know what? I'm taking a big swing. I'm trying to make bold moves. I'm going to say Boston Rob wins this season. Boston Rob won Survivor Marquesas. Changed my mind.
We are on twitter.com. You can follow us at DYWSLN. That's where the show posts all of our tweets, and it's like so regularly used, that Twitter page. So be sure to follow it. Thomas, what's your Twitter? Oh, also, Thomas, okay, let me just tell y'all. Thomas's Twitter is Tom.Tom, and he posted a great picture of something he found at a thrift store recently. Do you want to tell the people, the viewers, what you found at the thrift store?
Yeah, I actually, that blew up more than I thought it would. It's not even like it's not a viral tweet if it's only got like hundreds of likes, but like,
no.
The thing when you get that many is like, it just is annoying. It is amazing how fast engagement on tweets goes from like, oh yeah, people seem to like this too. This is really annoying. I need to mute it immediately. So I don't know what it's at right now, but I found a beautifully hand-painted thing. I'm assuming it was commissioned for somebody's kid. I know I would have loved to have had it in my room. but it was all of the members of the 1992 Dream Team as teddy bears, and it is adorable. It's a great. I did not buy it. It was $5 because I can't imagine where I was going to put it. But a mutual follower on Twitter asked me. They said they would be willing to pay shipping costs if I went back and got it. So next week I'm going to go look for it because I would like it to go to a good home. I just knew it wouldn't be mine. So someone will be receiving it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's very good. I was so excited when I saw that.
It's great. I mean, I was very excited, and I was like, it's only $5. I got to buy it. And then I was like, wait a minute. Is it just going to sit in my basement? And the answer was yes.
Yeah, that's all right. And then you just find someplace later. You have a whole house now.
That's
you need
true.
decoration for your house.
There are many places it could go.
Well, if your Twitter friend forgets that they asked for it and you find it again, I say you should buy it for yourself.
Sure.
You can follow us on Instagram at The Only Survivor Podcast because that's what this is. And we have already thanked the fans several times this episode, so I don't think we need to do that again.
That's all the thanks you're getting.
But if you did want to leave a review, Thomas, can you give the people the boilerplate review on iTunes.com or whatever that website might be?
Yeah, this is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up. 5 stars, please.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be mad at me because of anything that I said about astrology. I'm sorry. It's my Leo ways. I can't help it.
Oh, I never said, but I'm a Pisces, the big one, and then the 2 other ones are, I think, both Tauruses. So
I'd tell you the 2 other ones, but I'd have to download that app again, and I don't have time for that.
No. How long does an app take? Like 3 seconds to download it, and then you have to figure out where on your phone it is?
Yeah.
Too much work.
I gotta sign in again. Like, I don't remember what my password was.
Yeah. Just, that's why you answer the vibes on Tinder. You don't have to download more apps. They've already got all the stuff you need.
Yeah, so that's why I do the vibes, so that I can be a hermit forever, because I said that astrology's stupid.
Before I download any app, I do email the developer, and I'm like, what are the vibes like on this app?
Yeah. How are the vibes on your app?
Tell me your app's vibes. That's good. I hope you get all of the...
Is your app Forest Fam?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I guess that Electric Forest is in Michigan or whatever, but there's like a whole person whose entire thing is that they go to like EDM festivals. And so here people will say like Forest Fam because they go to Electric Forest.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, okay.
That's cool. You know what?
Swipe
a lot
left.
of people love the Forest Fam. They love the summer, Thomas. So I gotta say to them and to everybody listening, have a great summer.
Yes. Have a great Forest Fam. Deuces.
Got out of town on a boat going to Southern Islands, sailing to reach before a following sea. She was making for the trades on the outside and the downhill run to Papa Ede. Off the wind on this heading line, the Marquesas. You got 80 feet of a water line, nicely making way in a noisy bar in Avalon. I tried to call you, but on a midnight watch I realized why twice you ran away. Think about how many times I had fallen. Spirits are using me, larger voices calling. What heaven brought you and me.
Well, I put a clip of from the last episode up on the Survivor Reddit. And I used the headline or whatever. I said Reddit survivors r/survivor, I guess is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Their favorite podcast is however many episodes into season 4 now. Got 5 upvotes, which means enough to get a notification.
Did it get removed? That is the question.
And it did not get removed.
What? No way.
And we even got a comment from somebody I don't know.
What did they say?
And they said, I loved bug juice.
You know what? That's great.
Yeah.
Constructive,
So-
just a nice comment related to something that we talked about, so you know that they listened to the episode. I gotta
So-
tell you, I'm a little bit disappointed that you did not get like banned or something for putting it up there. I
I noticed-
love the continuity. I just want to get the like more continuity to the storyline of just like everyone hating you on Reddit.
I've my new strategy when I go on Reddit and post any promotional stuff for this show is to act as if that Survivor Reddit really does love it.
Yeah. You've been clamoring
instead
for
of
more of
promoting
this, so here it is. As you're getting like
Instead of
pelted with
promoting
rotting
it.
fruit.
Yeah, instead of promoting it as like, you hate this podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone on this website hates this
The
podcast.
most controversial Survivor podcast on all of Reddit.
Well, it's actually the only Survivor podcast.
Larger voices call for it. For heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. Around the world, I have been around the world, looking for that woman love, who knows love can endure. And you know it will. And you know it will.
Smarten up, Probst.